Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope this video finds you doing well. I've had this rectangle mold for a hot minute, and I think today we're going to do something with it. I ordered in some Dazzling Diamonds from Mateo. It's that fluffy, sparkly, white, silvery. It's usually called diamond dust, I think, everywhere else. It's always something diamonds. The camera does not do it justice. It is that very silvery white color. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've been hunting for it forever. Sherry Moulton uses some from, I can't think of the name of the company, and I have been looking everywhere for something because I can't remember the name of the company, and of course I can't find a video of hers that tells me what it is because it's been a long time ago since I've seen it. But yeah, so I've got my resin all mixed up, and it's the Kisserelle. Getting close to the end of this, and then we can try the new one. I'm excited for it because if it's as good as this one, definitely probably going to do a resin change. As I said, I'm not happy with whatever they did when they came out with two different labels for Crit Kisserelle resin. We have a black label, which is really good. Then we have one that has a pink and a blue label, for the pink for the epoxy, blue for the hardener. And I'm not 100% happy with how that one works. I do believe they're two different formulas, although they don't say they are. I think one's more of the crap formula versus the other one being more of the better formula, because they are two completely different prices. But yeah, at first I thought it was just a label rebranding. No, there's something not quite right about this resin, y'all. It's extremely thick, but it doesn't say that it's any different from the one that I've always purchased with the black label, but it definitely is. I mean, when you've used something for more than a year, almost 2 years, you kind of know when they change it up. But I'm using the blue from the Picasso inks, and then I'm going to go ahead and use some of this, it's kind of a, I think it's emerald green, and I use the Maltese blue. I kind of want a blue-green because the graphic that I'm going to put on this tray has this beautiful shade of kind of a tealish color in it. But it's more the blue-green teal versus the extremely green teal. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, I just put 3 drops of each. I put 4 drops of the green, 3 drops of the blue. And then I'm just going to use very little of this Dazzling Diamonds in here. Just enough to give it just a hint of sparkle. So it kind of just makes the piece kind of pop. Because the graphic that I've chosen for it is such a pretty graphic, I really think that the sparkliness will really accent it in a really pretty way. But I want to make sure I get this ink mixed into the resin really well. And then we're going to pour it. And if we have a little left over, and I think we will, hopefully I have a mold close enough to pour it in, because I'm always scrambling. But this is the butterfly. And I wanted the color to kind of mimic that shade of greenish blue there. I think I got it pretty close to spot on. And like I said, we're just going to use very little bit of this, because a little of this I do know from watching other people use similar. It goes a long way. Although it would be the most beautiful, solid, sparkly white snow in a piece. I'll stop. I'm going to get that mixed in really well. And then we're going to start pouring our pieces. Ooh, it is pretty. I do love that shine. Now I am fixing to get to work on a project that I have been planning for about a month. And I finally got the tool in that I needed, and it's way too big, so I'm going to have to figure out another way to cut the materials. But if everything works out, here I'll say in about a month, maybe if that long, I got one heck of a video coming for y'all. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe, because you definitely do not want to miss that video when it comes out. I'm going to try to get it done in the next 2 weeks, but I'm going to say for sure within the next month, by no later than the end of this month, because there is a lot of steps to it. I have to build something, then I have to create the thing out of the thing, and then be able to make the thing, and then you'll see. There's a lot of steps. And I may end up doing more than one video, because I think if I pushed it all into one video, it would end up being extremely long because of everything I'm going to be doing. So we'll have to wait and see. I may end up doing it in step-by-step videos till we get to the final product. But I've poured the resin, and I'm going to run this little silicone tool around the edges. I don't want no bubbles. There's one thing about this resin I can say. I've had very few issues with bubbles, no matter which version of it I've used. And I am scared to try another resin because, like I said, I've been using this one for almost 2 years. And even though they've changed the formula, I still don't get bubbles. You saw that in my last video with those little frogs. They were absolutely bubble free, even around the flowers. And I've worked with flowers in acorn jars and trays with that resin and never gotten a bubble. So I am a little scared to try a new resin, but we're going to do it because the price is right. And if it's as good as this one, we will be making the switch, because it's literally half of the cost for the 2-gallon kit that this one is. But I'll give it a little spray with alcohol. Top it the rest of the way off. And we still have plenty of resin in this cup, so let me grab a mold. One last spritz. Wipe off the edge where I got a little bit on there when I was running that tool around it. Because I really don't want to have to do too much cleanup on this piece. I just want it to be pretty and clean. Okay, there we go. Let me push this off to the side some and back, and I do still got quite a bit of resin left. Probably about, I don't know, there was probably about 150 to 200 mLs in there. I mixed up like, I think it was 400 or 500, so, you know, a little more than I needed. My eyes were bigger than the mold. Here we go. I got the feather, and I've only poured this one other time, and apparently I set it off to the side and said I will wipe that out later, and I didn't. Oh goodness, it's okay. It's just an extra. We'll get it all cleaned out. It's just got a little bit of ceramic resin stuck in it. It's just residue more than anything. Because, I mean, the feather came out just fine. There was, like, not chunks missing out of it or nothing. So it's kind of just residue from the pigments and stuff. So I'm just going to wipe that out really quick. And this mold is stubborn to wipe out. This mold is stubborn to demold. I really do not like this mold. And I didn't realize just how much I didn't like it until I had to demold this piece. Now, I do know my videos is later than usual, but I want to try a different time slot because noon just doesn't seem to be working out for views. I'm averaging about 50 views per video, and that's just not going to cut it. My channel's only grown by maybe 20 subscribers in the last 6 months, and that's not going to cut it either. So I'm going to try around, between, I don't know. I'm looking at my phone now, it's 6. So I'm going to try, 7 p.m. Hopefully I'll be able to get this uploaded because we do have some crazy weather going on and the Wi-Fi keeps doing funny things. So, yeah. I'm going to try to have this up by 7, and I think we may stick to I want to go probably around, let's do 6 p.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And we'll see where that goes. And we'll do that for a month. And if that don't work out, we'll try another time slot. And I hate to bounce you guys around like this, but I've got to find the time slot that works best to grow my channel. And that works. I mean, because it'll show that it's best for you guys. I think on average, I'm averaging like 2 views in the first 6 hours of this being up. So that's just not gonna, between 4 and 6 hours, that's just not gonna, it's not getting out there. So I need to find a time slot where it's more convenient for people to watch. So we're gonna do, I think we'll get it around probably about 6. Yeah, 6. But today's is gonna be a little late because I am dealing with wonky weather. Have been all day. The internet has not been friendly. And of course, when the weather's cool, we run our air conditioner year round, so it's cooler in the house. So it did take a little longer for this stuff to cure, and I do apologize for that. And we had literally just enough left to pour this feather. Talk about spot on. That don't happen to me very often. I'm usually scrambling for 30 different little molds. But yeah, we're going to let this cure up and we will be back. It poured. I thought you guys might like to see that. It's just going, thunder and everything. Okay, here we go. Now, like I said, I hate this mold. Okay, hate's a strong word. I severely dislike this mold. It is such a pain in the rear to just get it started to demold. It really sucks. I thought before it was just because I had used the ceramic resin with it. It was the first time I had used it. I thought, pain in the butt, ceramic resin, No. There is just, and I don't have overpour. So it's not because there was a lip of resin over it that I couldn't see and I was trying to, demold, push it past that. No, it wasn't there. Matter of fact, this mold probably could have used just a hint's worth more to fill up the base of it. It's just the mold. Number one, it's a very stiff silicone for being such a small piece. It looks clear and thin and but it's hard. This is the shore hardness to this stuff is crazy. But I think we got it. We're going to be able to get it out of here. Goodness gracious, because we do have a whole other piece we need to look at. And we need to finish. Okay, finally. It's out of the mold. And I didn't break the little quill piece off this time. But it is very pretty. It is very pretty. I do like the way it looks. Okay, now let's get this booger peeled out of here. Okay, yeah. Yep, it came out good. And you know what? Let me grab something white to put behind it. I didn't have anything black. I wish I would have had something black to put behind it. Because you can't really see it on my purple mat. I don't know. I may change out my matte color here soon because as much as I like the purple, I just think it gets in the way of you guys seeing a lot of the colors, especially when it comes to something that's transparent versus opaque. And I think just having a colored matte, I just think it kind of takes away from a lot of the pieces. So I think, a basic color, a white or a black would probably be the better way to go. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Probably very unpopular. Ooh, let me see if I can say that again. It's a very unpopular opinion. How's that? But as for me personally, I prefer either a black or a white or a gray background. Now I have this teeny tiny cute iron that I thought maybe I'll get lucky and it'll work to do these heat transfers. Because I do have a whole slew of them, y'all. And the heat gun sucks. So I thought, I got it off Temu. I had some credit. It cost me like $4. And I've had it sitting there for a while. And I thought, I'm just going to give it a try. If it don't work, it don't work. And guess what? It don't work. I end up having to go back to the tried and true heat gun method. Which I didn't get on video. I apologize. And forgive me, but I did cut the knuckle of my finger. There's a ridge on that feather. It just doesn't get hot enough. I tried everything. I rubbed it and rubbed it and rubbed it. I held it. I pressed it. You'll see in a minute. I pull out a baby wipe and put that over it so I could really give it something. Yeah, it didn't work. I may have cut the baby wipe out. I don't know. Yeah. It didn't, y'all. It just didn't. I had to go back to the heat gun. But guess what? I got it on there. But I got a little bit of resin mixed up here. It's been sitting off to the side waiting. I put a little bit more of that Dazzling Diamonds in it. I'm just going to fill the bottom of this tray up, y'all. And I'm going to get this video done. And I'm going to get away from it. Because I'm probably driving you guys about as nuts as I'm driving myself. The little iron was cute. It would have been great if it worked. But it didn't work. We tried. It just didn't get hot enough. Oh. I don't know. I had another tool that I had ordered that I'm positive would have worked, but it just never showed up, which is how I ended up with the credit. And I said, oh, let me try a little tiny iron. Yeah, it didn't work, y'all. Cute idea, though. Super cute idea. It'll work, though, to iron out all my little fabric samples that I got that need to be ironed out because they were creased when they were stuffed in the envelope. But I hope you all are doing amazing. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Drop me a comment below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Would you have done something different? And yeah, I don't know, y'all. I can't wait. The next video that well, not very next video, but what I'm fixing to start, the project I'm fixing to start, I am so excited about. And if it don't work, I'm going to be crushed. Have a good night, y'all. I'll see you in the next one.